Brooke, we're going to talk to the sheriff in just a moment, but want to give just a little bit more context first. Again, this was a roast, and the Southern Poverty Law Center tells us they sent in somebody to monitor this event. That's how they came up with this recording, and admittedly, it's a group that has been critical of Sheriff Arpaio. Now, we also reached out to Representative Cavanaugh, who made those comments. He did not want to do an interview with us, but he did give us this statement, and I just want to read part of it for you real fast before we talk to the sheriff. In his own defense, Cavanaugh says, "The jokes I made at the Sheriff Joe Arpaio roast at his invitation were satirical comedy. The jokes were not directed at minority group members, but at the target of the roast, Sheriff Arpaio." And he goes on to say, "This is a personal attack," talking about the controversy that has been sparked since this roast. He says, "This is a personal attack upon me by the Southern Poverty Law Center, which appears to be politically motivated, probably due to my support of SB 1070, which was that controversial immigration law." And now I want to bring in Sheriff Arpaio, who's kind enough to join us and offer his thoughts on what's become a controversy. First, Sheriff, did this roast go too far?
Well, it was a roast. John Cavanaugh is my friend. I support him. He's not a racist. He's very funny. So he made these comments. So I can't speak whether he went too far.
You thought his comments were funny. Other people took offense at the comments, saying that his jokes didn't necessarily target you, that it was Latinos, it was other minority groups that were the target of these jokes, the butt of these jokes, and that it took his speech as hate speech. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I'll tell you what the reaction. I never talked about this. I'm going to do it the first time on your show. There's a double standard. The same people for 4 years have been going around following me around, calling me Nazi, Hitler, and everything else. Why did they defend me? I'm not asking you. I know that.
I don't think hate speech is condoned by anybody.
Well, I want them to start defending me then.
But is an eye for an eye okay? Is that right?
No, I'm not saying that. If I knew Cavanaugh was a racist, I wouldn't even be near him. He's not a racist. He's making jokes. Everybody jokes with me.
And yes, this was a roast. However, he is a state representative, so what he says carries a little bit more weight.
I don't know if it carries more weight than talk show hosts like Lopez calling me every name in a book on national TV. People fire journalists for making one word sometimes. So I don't know if being an elected legislator, he wasn't there in his role as elected legislator. He was there as a private citizen, as my neighbor in Fountain Hills, to make fun of me. That's okay with me.
But again, going back to, did his comments go too far? At some point, it's my understanding you said, okay, this is enough.
No, you know, he's the one that made the comments, and I'm not going to criticize him. And people say worse about me than that.
Well,
okay?
Certainly then you can emphasize with the people who hear these comments. I'm Hispanic myself. I took offense to the jokes that he made. He also made jokes about Muslims. Asians could have been offended by some of the jokes that were made. I want to play one more clip for our viewers that involved some of the other minority groups that he also talked about.
A lot of people claim that SB 1062 is going to cause discrimination based upon religion in Arizona. And I scoffed at that until tonight, when a Muslim waiter serving up here walked up to Sheriff Joe, wouldn't give him his dinner because he said, "I don't serve swine."
And I know you couldn't hear that, but you were there. You were live in person when he made the comment about Senate Bill 1062, which we've been talking a lot about here in Arizona this week, that a lot of people thought could create a situation in which discrimination was okay. And in that comment, he talked about Muslims. And so I guess my question to you is it ever okay, given our country's history, to throw race out there and use it in a joking way when those comments can be construed as
if it's serious, the
offensive?
answer would never be used if they're serious. And I was a top federal guy in Mexico, South America, Turkey, the Middle East with the Federal Drug Enforcement. I know a little about foreign countries. I know about racism. I know, I'm not going to get into my family's backgrounds. So no, I'm not a racist. He's not a racist. He was just making some comments. I didn't tell him what to do. In fact, I got him 5 minutes before. I had Nugent there. Governor Perry was talking about me. A lot of people roasting me. But why did they have to put this out yesterday? Why did they put it out 3 days ago? Why did they wait for the governor's decision? That's another thing. So you can see the politics involved in this.